It's the one and only D.Marble.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only D.Marble.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only D.Marble.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only D.Marble.
Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Hope you ready for the next episode.
D.Marble.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. So put something in there. Put it in there. Yeah. Suck, Snoop.
Top dog, bite them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cause homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back door. Chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up, D.Marble.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. So put something in there.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. You ready for the next episode? It's the one and only D.R.E. Dr. Dre, Love Buster. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.G. Straight off them killer streets of CPT. King of the beach, you ride to him in your fleet. Wood, the field rolling. Dre and Snoop hitting corners in the lag. With Doc in the back, sipping on. Stepping through hood, Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood, South Central out to the west side. It's California love, it's California bug. Got your boy a gang of pub. I'm on one, I might bell up in the Century Club with my jeans on and my team strong. Get my drink on and my smoke on, then go home with something to poke on. Locust song for the 200. Coming real, it's the next episode.
Moving, grooving, slip and slide. Come on, baby, don't you?
left, right. We are the frontline soldiers, anything that happens, we gon' jump first. When everything is over, we still gotta go, that's our one more stand. We are the frontline soldiers, anything that happens, we gon' jump first.
Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong.
What is up, people? It's been a minute. How you guys doing? What's up, Adam? Hey, Cat Eyes. Emirari, how you guys doing? Let me see who else is in. So, Otai, how you doing? Ted's in the building. What's up, sir? Jaybird, what's up? And I know McVice is in here. Surprised you didn't say nothing about my lateness. Sorry about the wait, guys. So here's what it is. It's gonna be kind of a weird live stream. It's mainly because what I'm trying to do is set up a presentation to upload, but it's taking obviously a lot. I thought it would, but I'm gonna show you guys at least a minute clip of it. What I'm doing is basically I feel like I've gotten enough evidence to show how it's done. At our past hurricanes, 17, specifically 4 of them, man-made. Now, when I say man-made, they weren't conjured up from nothing, that are strengthened. They have been doing. First one I want, between the different websites I'm going and I'm editing, definitely not the thing. So bear with me with that. But like I said, I do have a clip I was going to show you guys. At least so you guys can get where I'm at in this research. All right. So I'm not going to show it right off the bat. I kind of wanted to go over a couple other things I find extreme. So what I want to do, I'm probably going to show here and there little bits of I want to show a little bit of that clip so you guys can get an idea where I'm coming from. And also talk about, I know a lot of you guys have heard, talking about, military weapons that they're aren't out front about using, whether it be laser, weather modification, all the above. I had a conversation with Clovers, and believe it or not, I actually have this same conversation with Flat Earthers. Here's a kicker that makes me even more. My question basically was to these two: believe that there is technology that the government or military uh, uses on actually is deployed that they didn't know about, and they both of them I expected stated yeah, or I'm sorry, no, there isn't. There's no this controlling uh, visible camouflage that the military is using. None of this stuff exists. Um, yeah, actually, Adam, I will already have it set up. I just gotta put on. I'm gonna do the panel in probably about 10 minutes or so. Hey, what's up? How you doing, sir? Okay, no one else. Or so in specific, I was talking to them about how DARPA, a lot of the DARPA projects that are going on. You guys know me. I like to do a lot of research on what DARPA is doing. And one of the big things that I personally have been keeping an eye on and a lot of research was that DARPA has like invisible cloaking, basically. They not only do this with soldiers, tanks. What else is there? Got you know, DARPA has been doing a lot of research on the robots. I know you guys have all seen the robots. Um, but like I said, I talked to. I feel is the biggest issue we're having is that these people that truly believe that they're on top of this cutting edge technology. Like, no, there's no way that the government possibly have technology that we're talking about. Um, now, to me, exactly why I feel wrong. If you really want to think about it, a lot of the stuff I've shown guys is patents, uh, different technologies that they're doing in ways people have been trying to identify when they're. And one of the big things I've noticed comes to the like weather modification is that they at first they were saying no, it doesn't happen at all. Now they're starting to progress. Yeah, of course seeding happens. Like okay, yeah, whatever. And then I'm starting to talk about this atmosphere, and they're like, well, what is that supposed to be? I'm telling them, ways they're using technology, modify storm, make areas of our world have a climate change. They want to make an agenda. And of course, no, it doesn't happen. So the way I see it is it'll probably take another year to actually that it's not just cloud seeding, but at the same time, I'll have more like I do now. I mean, we already know they've been doing this for 100 plus years. Actually, I would even say hundreds of technical, and but I believe how Indian dances. Well, hey, guess what? Yeah, based on the fact that we all know that they had these bonfires and produce flat soot get into the atmosphere and it creates clouds. And if there's enough moisture in the rain, chances. So I could say hundreds of years, but over the past 100 years, the government has been searching gain. Biggest, clearest thing I've always very clear on how it works. This has always been a part of the military's wanted ability statement by the general who could control the weather, control the lines. Everything is perfect for how you want. So over the past 100 years, it's backed by some organization, whether it be security, name it, organization. Other countries are doing a lot of them open how they do. Um, China is very open about cloud situation. This array of countries that are cloud seeding. We do cloud seed. Counties have contracts for cloud seed. They are by mandate supposed to tell us, and they do. A little clip that it's even a question of what capable. Kind of wanted to start off with this DARPA stuff because this kind of falls exactly into the are they able to do technology for all these people? Oh, of course not possible. It's almost embarrassing as far as I'm concerned that they'll willingly allow shit to come out of their like they have a clue what we're talking about. So like I said, I was talking to someone and I asked them and I brought up this cloaking technology ARPA's and they're using now they're able to do this and they're also able to tanks is a disbelief. I ask you to disprove what I'm saying and disprove this technology as not what it is. I say this because things a person told me was that this was not invisible technology. Yeah, granted, it's not making it visible. You can't walk through them, but from the naked eye, cameras, you cannot see technology to not be. And he wanted to make camos that all our Marines having. Not sure if you know what I'm talking about. We went from that weird, like the G.I. Joe looking camouflage to a pixel all over the camos. That is called digital print. Made to basically break up the so looking down like a scope, radar system videos, or even in naked eye, you're not seeing outline of that camo, especially when they're so that is one way of camouflage, but it's not the invisible type. Neither is this technology that. So, like I said, I wanted to show this video so you guys can have an idea. Talking about, sure. This is a report that's seen in a couple years. Yeah, 6 years ago. And we'll watch that, and I'll let you know, guys. I'll give you guys more a reason why I believe it's happening at the moment. All right.
Camouflage can be the difference between a soldier getting shot and going home. So a lot's riding on the next generation designed to outfit troops. It's only been 8 years since the Army spent $5 billion on camo that critics say didn't fool anyone. Soldiers complained to the point the Army abandoned its one-size-fits-all universal pattern.
So they were looking for camouflage that they could use everywhere.
Correct. And it didn't work anywhere.
Guy Kramer is one of the designers competing to win the Army's next multi-million-dollar contract. This summer, he showed us the science behind every shape, size, and shade of these pixels.
You now have your camouflage. So we're trying to trick the brain into seeing things that aren't actually there.
Digital patterns recreate shapes already found in nature, and 3D layering creates depth and shadows where none exist. That's today's design, but developers already have one eye on tomorrow.
What's coming up down the road and very quickly is the Harry Potter cloak.
What is it?
With that fictional cloak, Harry isn't just camouflaged, he's invisible.
My body's gone.
How invisible are we talking here? If I walked into a room with a soldier wearing one of these cloaks?
You wouldn't see him at all. He would be completely invisible to you.
This isn't make-believe. The military has seen the so-called quantum stealth technology. It works by bending the light around an object, even concealing most of a person's shadow. Imagine what that could do for a sniper hiding in a field, or the American pilots who ejected over Libya when their fighter jets crashed last year.
They could actually pull out, very similar to what they carry with a survival blanket, throw it over top of them, and unless you walked right into them, you wouldn't know that they were there.
So what was once firmly in the world of make-believe could quickly become quite real. The science is in the special fabric, so you don't need a power source or some instruction manual to make it work. Theoretically, any soldier, even in the most remote location, could quickly put it on and get it working.
So, like I was saying, the technology has been there for, like I said, that was from 2012. Um, One of the other aspects of this, the fact that if this stuff that I'm showing you guys is from 2012, but the modification stuff I've been showing you guys is from 100 years ago, what makes them believe that they're not using it as we see? Um, One of the other, the technologies that I questioned was the fact that the tanks are using these. And again, it's become this far-fetched thing that they're believing possible. um, so what happens is I came across another video that I'll show you guys that was talking about this technology, and it was almost where they were showing it in a live situation video. And the question that I proposed to him is why do they have these videos that's going over this stuff if it's not being deployed? And they said, it's research, it's testing, and it's not, because if it was, or if it was, better yet, if we use technology, and they were second people, if we use this technology and they let all of America know about this stuff, basically we're also letting our enemies know about it. And obviously that's not going to happen. This is going to be a secret. It's not going to be technology. It's not going to be an advantage on the battlefield. I completely understand. I'm not saying that the military should be telling us all about this stuff, but the reality of it is, how are they going to do these things without some kind of secrecy? So I think to a certain point, anything that we're watching is 100% already there. It's been there. It's not this technology that's thought about. It's a little late for that. If this technology has been talked about for 10 years, 15 years, better know our military is going to, their technology is going to way far past what we know they're doing. So any idea that anybody, even if you're in the military, and if you just got out the military, that you're gonna know what's going on, when it comes to that type of stuff. One of the people that I talked to actually has clearance. He has a military status clearance. That means there are things he's not allowed to talk about. And it was crazy to me to hear this person talk about it not being possible for this technology to be there. So even people that aren't allowed to tell us things can even have these far-fetched ideas that the technology they know about is just ridiculous. What's up? What's up there, Billy? Okay, let me go ahead and so the next video I want to show you guys was on the military, the exosuits that they're doing, basically making super soldiers. Wanted to break it down to what's going on. There's, every day, and I agree. And let me make something really clear. I agree with some part of secret between what they have technology-wise and how they use them to a certain extent. I think at some point it's going to be should kind of tell us, but at the same time I understand the secrecy they need. My issue is people that call us crazy because we're talking about this stuff. Like, it's impossible for the military to have this technology. So like I said, this is the exosuit. This is basically it's a super soldier.
August 2018, Iron Man may go beyond fictional comic books, saving the day in real life. The U.S. Army is developing an advanced military suit that people have been likening to Tony Stark's high-tech armor. Talos, or Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit, is a battery-powered robotic exoskeleton designed to protect the lives of soldiers on the front lines, especially those who lead the Army in a mission. Admiral Bill McRaven got the idea of the supersuit when a U.S. soldier under his command died during a raid in Afghanistan, vowing never to let such a tragedy happen to one of them again. One of our folks going through the door was killed by the Taliban on the other side in an attempt to rescue a hostage, McRaven told National Public Radio, NPR. Compared to Iron Man's suit, Talos is a liquid armor that can solidify when it's hit by a bullet, which is more technologically advanced, but it won't have flying capabilities or a built-in Jarvis, although it has in-helmet technologies that improve visibility and provide better communication with the rest of the troop. A chemical engineering professor from the University of Delaware, Norman Wagner, applied nanotechnology to produce this adaptive liquid material. These particles organize themselves quickly, locally in a way that they can't flow anymore, and they become like a solid, Wagner explained the technology to NPR. Just like Stark's suit, Talos is fitted with built-in sensors that monitor the wearer's health, checking conditions from heart rate to body temperature. The suit is far from completion, as the developers are still fine-tuning it to further improve its protection capabilities and cut down its strain on the wearer. The head U.S. Special Operations Command, General Joseph Votel, took over the project and hopes to have it ready for the U.S. Army as soon as possible to give each soldier the advantage when he is most vulnerable. For now, Iron Man-like super suits can only be seen in action on the movie screen.
So, like I said, that was from a year ago. So, I'm pretty sure that technology is already out there. It's already being used, and it's not a secret. And I wish these people would realize that it's not coming from a place of lunacy. It's coming from a place of reality. They're not going to stay out of technology, one step of technology. They're going to constantly try to advance. Like I said in the beginning, weather modification has been used in the past, whether it be during war, ensuing a monsoon to better the fronts. It's open, it's out there, it's not a secret. People want to act like these things are so far-fetched that it's impossible. Let me see here. Trying to find one of the other documents that states all this kind of stuff. So like I was saying, a lot of the stuff that I show you guys is patents. These patents are from, I'm talking, 50, 60 years ago. Now I could say then, yeah, I can see how then it was a far-fetched idea. It was a way for them to better try to figure out how to better the technology. But 60 years later, we're still hearing about it. There's evidence behind these things. To think that it's just not happening, it's asinine, if you ask me. Especially when you are so confident in the fact that you believe that that a person in themselves, and I'm saying denier, can say that the technology they believe is the only technology used. So this is kind of what really sparked the whole hurricane situation and why I wanted to do this. Like I said, so what we're looking at now is a HARP build-up or build-out. This document is from 2006. Basically, a editorial story by Jerry E. Smith, basically about how HARP works, start to finish, of how the timeline, what their objective was in the beginning. Just kind of a quick overhaul of it. The person that applied the first patent for this weather modification is Dr. Bert J. Eastland. This was in 1986, 87. He put in a patent for methods alternatives to altering regions of the Earth's atmosphere, ionosphere, and magnetosphere. Patent when seven, like I said. When this came out, the U.S. Air Force and the National Research, our National our Office of Naval Research, hired DARPA to basically come at this task. DARPA has always and still is overseen by the Department of Defense. Like I said, this was always a military agency researching situation. They've always wanted to better the front lines, as they put it in a lot of the documents. DARPA hires ARP to basically do this research. The goal that they had was to build up a certain amount of power to do this. From the beginning, the first tests and everything they were doing was 97. Let me make sure I find it right. The first, there it is. Okay, so in 2000, I thought I remembered it, but I didn't. Or better yet, this is exactly where I got that information. So an official DARPA document on HARP. This was 2006, March 9th, 2006. This is when this build out issued. Basically, what they want to do, or want HARP to be capable of, was put out a 3.6 megawatt high frequency transmitter and a variety of diagnostic instruments to conduct investigations to characterize the physical processes that can be initialized and controlled in the ionosphere in space via interactions with high power radio waves. From the current, at this point, the current power that they were able to put out was 960 kilowatts, about 1/3 of the 0.6 watts that they called for. Now, if they started this in 2000, so 2002 was the first time they were able to start this project. To me, 16 years later, I'm almost positive that they figured out a way to do it. A lot of the people that I was talking to were constantly talking about what it would actually take to produce this much power. And so I went into the research on what frequencies are capable of doing. Like I said, they wanted a 0.6, 3.6, basically million megawatts of power. Now, let's see how possible this could be. Because when I was doing the research, I instantly wanted to know, what are they capable? What's our technology capable of now? For instance, 1 megawatt, 1 megawatt of power basically can power 750 homes, 750 to 1,000 homes. Obviously, that's a very small scale compared to the 3.6. Our locomotives in the 70s were running off a 1.3 megawatt. So, I mean, it's not that far off of what they're trying to capable of doing. Now, like I've said in the past, one of the big things that they're doing, or they did, was build technology that would make it capable of doing these. For instance, what they made was the HARP heaters. HARP heaters basically are what transmit these radio frequencies to different NexRad, or what I know of as NexRad installations. Now, when I'm talking about these installations, excuse me, what we're seeing is these NexRad systems. Now, from what I've been able to come of these NexRad systems, they're basically skip tracers. It's basically ways for them to emit these radio frequencies for a bunch of areas and keep that power, if not gain power. So This is just a look over the United States, and you can see they're everywhere. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen them. Go ahead and find so you guys can see exactly pretty much what they look like. This is basically what a next rad will look like in your area. A lot of you guys know from my other live streams. This is an image that I took myself on in my area. There's a next rad. There's FAA surveillance radar systems. There's the direct laser systems that are out here. And as far as I'm concerned, all of them are technology that they're not just going to be open about. For instance, this site that this is on right here is actually go ahead and show you talking about. This site is supposed to be closed down. You go online and you search what research what this area is. It's a CSS UF or US Air Force site in Laguna Mountains, San Diego County. Yeah, it's supposed to have been shut down 1991. But like I said, it's functional. I've seen numerous amounts of people come up here. You'll see in the clip that I show, basically the footage I've gotten from them, and you can also compare it to a lot of the images we're seeing otherwise. For instance, let's go ahead and show you guys a couple of the images I'm talking about. I got these off of the site. Go ahead and pop a few. That way you guys can get an idea. Show you the I have on here. So these are some of the things I pulled off the internet. These were all located in the vicinity of a harp heater. One of the main things that I'm researching these, that these harp heaters signature signs, whether it be just the way the clouds are clearing out, or an area above the facilities. Now, this next image is one of those images that I've taken. It's kind of hard to see. I'll find it a little bit better, but there's a clear area of the sky that went from completely overcast to clear skies and becoming very hazy almost. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a video actually. So this video I took. This video I took on my hike up there. The area you're seeing right now is above that next rad system, that radar system that I showed you guys a minute ago. The footage isn't the best. I'm not a professional, but what I was seeing is these clouds would basically do. I call it the cloud dance. If you watch very closely, you'll see them shifting back and forth on themselves. And mind you, this area stays clear and fairly less cloudy than any other area I've shown you. And I can show you some other pictures that I have where this effect is still happening. Yeah, this is the one that's showing how clear the skies got above that radar system. Okay, so I showed you how clear it is. Go ahead and up and show you guys the other image that I got. This one is of the clouds doing dance. And like I said, let me show you. Sorry about that. kind of wasn't paying attention. I was doing showing it. And like I said, if you guys want me, I can send this video to you, and I'll show it again. In the upload presentation I'm working on, it's in there. You guys will be able to check that out and see what I'm talking about when it comes to these things that are happening. For those of you who are unaware of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these harp heaters, this is actually a harp heater that is in Puerto Rico. And part of the presentation, these things are all over the world. Find them anywhere, whether it be China has one. Where else? I'm sorry. So look, yeah, okay. Puerto Rico, China. If I have that next. Most of these, the red ones, are harp heaters. There's an offshore one that you guys that I'm coming up. But this one is probably the biggest, the one that I've been trying to show. This is the clip that I wanted to show you guys. This is a small part of the presentation that I'm going to be doing. The thing you're seeing right now is it's a harp facility in Africa. It's where I see all these storms starting from. You'll see that in part of this clip here. Also, I wanted to show, find it real. This image, this red area right here, right at where the Atlantic Ocean Texas is a offshore harp heater. It's very important that you guys remember that one. And here, the Africa. Also, Puerto Rico has a harp facility that I think I'm pretty sure. Or here it is. This is the other harp heater. This is Puerto Rico. These things all play part in what I'm trying to show everyone. Let me go ahead and play that video. That way you guys can have an idea of what I am talking about. Like I said, that is a clippet of where I'm coming from when it comes to it. One of the things I wanted to do on this live stream was talk about where I'm getting a lot of my information and what my ideas of proof are coming from. Going to Discord server. I have an area where I basically have been putting all this information kind of as I'm doing the myself. One of the things that I was looking into and have been how this is going on is reasons why a government would. So as pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard me talk about We all know that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Uh, One of the biggest things going on with situation is that basically it is the very first U.S. territory to have ever filed for bankruptcy. 1 second, dog barking. 1 second, people. All right, sorry about that. So, like I said, Puerto Rico is the first U.S. territory to have ever filed for bankruptcy. Um, Pull this up for you guys to see it. Go. So, this is obviously going web. Puerto Rico files for the biggest U.S. municipal bankruptcy. This is in early 2017. It was 6 months before hurricanes. Like I said, and they're filing for island territory owes its collectors 70 billion, marking the largest bankruptcy in U.S. municipal bond. This was one part of the reason why I felt this way. I go to FEMA reports on what FEMA has actually given to the aid of Puerto Rico, and what you'll get basically is so I went on FEMA, and basically what I got were all the new releases, all the funding basically has that they've gotten from Hurricane Maria from FEMA. So, one of the red flags that I saw was that and a lot of reports that I was listening to were saying that the people weren't getting. I mean, up till 7 months after this hurricane, we're still without electricity. One of the other aspects that had happened was is because banks had gone down. Um, they were basically establishing ways for people to get their money. What was happening was go to your bank that has basically reopened, and what they were doing is allowing $100 a week per customer, and this was a way of getting people some money that they needed, but at the same time not allowing anyone to clear their banks. Um, Most of the locals believe that it was man-made, um, and believe that the reason for the hurricane was because of the bankruptcy. And all know, and it's been pretty clear now that natural disasters happen. FEMA comes FEMA money. Now, here's the thing: total individual households program dollars approved, 1 billion, 100 over, so basically over 100 billion. Total public asset grants, over 2 billion, 2.5 billion. And basically, we can all find these reports where people are saying that they're not even getting any of these help. And so these are red flags to me. These are reasons that I believe things are going on that need talked about and answered to. These seem like really viable reasons for a government to want to one of these buildup of the storms for their aid, for their benefit. Wanted to show you guys basically where the storm hit in Puerto Rico, and how, and no, another reason for my vision of how this is going on. Um, well, I'll go ahead and do it. Let's use life easy. I'm gonna show you guys. Just want to guy. I've done this one on my last stream, but I wanted to show you guys the path of the hurricane and sites that are actually there. Make you realize kind of where I'm coming from. Very suspicious in my up real quick. Okay, so right now what I'm pulling up is basically all of the whole Puerto Rican island and the basic reasonings for why I believe what I'm doing right now. Kind of pull the site so I can find it on the map. Find this room. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll go through this together so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm working with, coming from. So what we're looking at right now is a harp installation in Puerto Rico. The robot, I don't even know how to pronounce about that, but like I said, I showed you guys before. This is in Puerto Rico. And I'm going to show you guys the grid that I was able to come up with and show on here. So the first point that I wanted to show you guys is where the hurricane hit. This is right here. This is the southwest corner of the island. This is where the hurricane hit. It I think if I remember correctly, it hit at a category 3, or a category 4. As it hit landfall, and just hours after it hit category 5, becoming the worst hurricane to hit Puerto Rico. Like I said, there are the NextRad systems and Doppler systems are what I consider to be control mechanisms, how they use RF waves to make paths and or continue their systems. So the next one would be here. This is actually one of the systems, NextRad systems, another NextRad system just south of San Juan, and back to here. So like I said, the grid I am showing you guys right now is actually the path of the hurricane. I can show you guys that in other documents that I have. What I did was I went and I found the paths of all these hurricanes to show you guys. So this is gonna be Harvey, and the correct one. Kind of trying to figure out, show you guys because it's hard to. I'll just go ahead and use it. Okay, here we go. Now, like I said, this is going to be kind of hard to see, I guess you'd say. But what we're looking at right now is the red line. This red line is what you're seeing is southwest, northwest territory of the island, being the path. I don't. Okay, yeah, so it's a lot better on your screen. This black line is what we're looking at right now. It's basically showing its path through the islands. If you guys can see my cursor, that is right in here. And also I wanted to show this one because, as you guys can see, storms from whether it be that offshore heater or off this coast of Africa, west coast of Africa, so storms are all coming from that area. What I will be showing in the upload is the fact that yes, that area does make sense that area would accumulate these type of storms. I'm going to show you guys in the upload how these storms don't build the way they're supposed to. Don't build the way we're told they do. So with that said, I kind of wanted to just get those things out of the way. You guys, bearing with me. I'm going to take a 3-4 minute break at the moment, just because I want to be able to find a couple more documents. And also, I'm going to get the panel going. Then we'll have everyone jump on and build and see what's going on. So with that said, let's go. Let me go ahead and put some stuff on real quick, and I'll be right back.
with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. You know what we bout. We bout that money, baby. You better reroute. You better recount. Count the jazz, I'ma crack your jaw. Like a pit bull. Once a month, can't get me y'all. Hey, let me loose. I'ma back my bulk up with this bite. Call pay-per-view. Jump hoes about to sell out this fight. I'm off the chain. I play no games. I'm on the rampage. We gon' bang. You don't wanna see me on the TV on 3D cause the CD's the only way to handle me. Toe to toe, I'ma drop you like in the guillotine. Where's your strap now? Since you ain't back down, I'm either gonna break your neck or you gon' tap out. Get 'em, get 'em. Send 'em at the camp, show 'em what I did with 'em. I split 'em, yes indeed. Now watch me make 'em bleed. How does it go? You already know. Blow for blow, throw to throw, coast to coast. I let 'em know it's toe to toe. I'll go to toe with ya. I'll go toe to toe with ya. I'll go to toe with ya. I'll go toe to toe with ya. Go toe to toe with ya. I'll go toe to toe with ya. Fight toe to toe with ya. I'll go toe to toe with ya. Fight with ya. Fight with ya. Fight. I'll go toe to toe with ya. Toe to toe with ya. Toe to toe right with ya. Toe to toe with ya. Tell me who really want it. Point 'em out. I'll put these arms around 'em. Choke 'em out. I make the hype music. Like I don't like music. The type to grab a mic and have to go and fight music. So who don't know about that? Know about that. Knowing this ain't gonna fire hot. 100 down, ground and pound away at your face. Face the fact you'll hit the mat like a match in MMA. Ain't no telling what be, because nobody can see me at the top. They rather see me flop. And I'll be damned if I leave here ashamed. Win, lose, or draw, I'ma leave it in the cage. Toe to toe with ya, I'll go toe to toe with ya. Toe to toe with ya, I'll go toe to toe with ya.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G. Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. You ready for the next episode?
Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. So put something in there. Put it in there.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, so, like I said, you want to get on, let me know. I put the link in the chat. I'm going to get rid of the link in a minute. So if you want to get on, let me know. The link's in there. And like I said, we can build on anything. It doesn't need to be just what was talked about, but if you have any questions, I am now looking at the chat. Throw them in there. Jump on them. Let's build. Okay, there we go. So one of also the other things I wanted to talk about was this Puerto Rico storm and a lot of the things that are going on with it. One of the big things that I'm also looking into was the report that just recently came out. I'm not sure how many people know about it. It's actually pretty fucking sickening when I found about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and share the link right now. Chat. This is basically it's a report that came out a couple days ago, talking about where is it? Get this link for you guys. So this link came out, and this link was talking about the death toll that was reported. The death toll reported was, I think it was at 68. We recently just found out that it was actually 5,000 dead in the Hurricane Maria storm. This is obviously a huge red flag and a clear indication that they're more than willing to lie to us about it. Let me see if I can good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some other links in the chat so you guys can get an idea of where I'm coming from. Some of what I consider to be important to the research I'm doing. Trying to find that. Yep, here it is. So this is a patent. This is the patent I was talking about a little while ago, which referred to the first build out that HAARP was doing with the HAARP heaters, and the man Dr. Bernard J. Eastlund, I think it was, did in 80. I think it was 85, 86 that he actually put the patent in. I actually did a run on it to kind of see where it went, and I actually learned a lot of interesting things when it comes to how patents work. And one of the things that I found out about was that this patent that I have just put in the chat right now is one of many, and the build ups of that the patent. The way the patents work is basically they're given these grants, and over the years, whether they're used or not, they have to pay into them and basically keep them fresh. Now, when I started doing that research and trying to figure out how that worked, I came into. I'll show you guys right now. You guys can find this at the bottom of that document that I put in there. I'll go ahead and show you guys it right now. So this is the document. At the bottom of the document, it shows from the very beginning. 1985 is when it was signed or put in your patent. Here's the thing: if it's not being used and they're not using this technology, as of the latest, at 2006, Base Systems Information and Electronic Systems had renewed, paid the fees and everything for this technology. I kind of find it hard to believe 20 years later, as we're seeing here, them just kind of not using the technology at all. And you can find that on that patent bottom. See here. And like I said, I'm going to be doing the upload tonight. But what I wanted to do was obviously get you guys just got to get a good idea where I'm at with it. And I wanted to talk, like I said, I wanted to talk about these people that deny the sciences that are going on. Want to show you a couple of the DARPA stuff that I was looking at. I'll go ahead and show you this. This is one of the websites that I go to. I'm trying to find this information out. This is the Black Vault. This is actually a pretty cool site. It's hit or miss, as I've said on a lot of the information. There's a lot of stuff in here that I will research into. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to really add to my explanation for the purposes of reliability. But one of the parts on here is military commercial incidences, the things that have happened over time that have been reported. Let me see here. I'm trying to find a certain one. Go to the weapons. one I want to talk about was, I have to type it in. All right. And I'll show you guys a video on this. It's pretty cool. It's the TR-3B. It's supposed to be a military, I guess you would call it aircraft that uses what's called it's called electrogravitic technology, ion wind, anti-gravity, so to speak. And I thought this was it was, it answers for the whole UFO thing. It answers to what technology we're able to use at this moment. Now, as we're watching it, these things are supposed to be able to do all the maneuvers that everyone does at these crazy apertures. Adam, I just let you know I got your call. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can add you to this call real quick, or to this hangout. I have a way of doing it, so give me 1 second. So, like I said, that was pretty cool. I'm doing a lot of research on that, kind of get an idea of what the hell it even is, if it's even real. See if I can get into the document part of this so you guys can read about it. I gotta find it a different way. See if I can find where I put that. Trying to remember where I put had my Google area thing put up. I can't find it. I can do it this way. All right, here we go. Hey Adam, you're not able to just click that link and come in? Put that link out there. I'm not sure why it's not. Okay, yeah, Jaybird, I see. I'm looking at the chat now. 46 deaths. Okay. What's up, Twitwit? How you doing? Adam, yeah. Oh, okay, I see. So when you're doing it, okay, click the link, and then when that little aperture comes up asking if you want to use the app, use the browser option on there, and then you'll be able to get on that way. So click the Hangout link. When you click that Hangout link, it's gonna say either say use the app or go through the browser with the browser setting, and that will get you on there. That should work. Because when I go on here, I'm not seeing your name on the invites. The only other way I could see of doing it is your email address. I would need that. That doesn't work, sir. I have no idea why you can't get on. Like I said, if you give me your email in the chat, then I can do it that way as well. Let's see. Okay, I'm not really sure why it does that. Let's see if I try a different way then, because I know you've been trying to get on forever, man. I feel bad. Yeah, the only way I can see to doing of adding you is if you give me your email. I need your email. Oh, there it is. Perfect. All right, let's try it this way. There it is. All right. I sent the invite out. It should work. Let me know if you have any problems with that. And then we'll see if Adam is able to get on. If Adam's not able to get on, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, yeah, no worries at all, sir. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to end and finish up this upload. If I can get it done tonight, then I'll be uploading it tonight. If I don't, then I'm gonna go ahead and go live again. I'll go live in about an hour and a half, depending on who's on. It's gonna be probably a regular live stream where I have some of the fam on, and we'll bullshit back and forth and see where it goes from there. But we'll see what's goes on. What I'll do is I want to play out with that video I showed a little while ago. Showing the clip from the upload I'm going to be having. Again, this is the clip showing part of my reasoning for why one of the four that I'm going to be doing, Hurricane Maria, was man-made, and how I kind of come to this conclusion.
We going first. When everything is over, we still gotta go. That's our one more thing. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first.
Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary. Frontline standing. Solitary. Mind state. Kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong.
Da 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 da. It's the one and only Deagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg. This is where we fight. This is where they die. This is where we fight. This is where they die.